And let's take a look at what it is that you've been doing that's ultimately turned you into a successful paid trader.
Yeah, sure. So I see, I try to simplify everything. My
Mhm,
chart is super simple.
mhm,
The way I operate is very simple. And I see two ways of trading. Now, there's
mhm.
multiple more, but that's just the way I tend to look at it.
Yeah.
I see momentum,
Mhm,
and I see level to level trading, or could be known as reversals.
mhm.
I think trading reversals is a bit more risky, and you really have to know where you're taking your reversals and the levels you're looking at.
Right.
But yeah, I think momentum's a bit of an easier way to
Mhm.
trade. So I've pulled up Friday's chart and just correct me if we're going over on time and how we're doing time wise,
We're good.
etc.
We're good. Don't worry.
Um,
I'll guide us.
cool. So on Friday, when I would pull up the chart, for example, we opened around here.
Mhm,
I'd instantly, my eyes just drawn on these lows.
mhm,
So I'm looking at this as liquidity. So we've got a literal two equal lows here.
mhm.
So liquidity for me is fuel.
Right.
So that's the context. I love the 4 hours. The 4 hours are pivots for me. So I always mark out the 4 hour lows and the 4 hour highs.
Mhm,
So instantly I'm building context. I'm looking over here and I'm saying, okay, if we want to go higher, the market's generally a bullish market on the high time frame. If we want to go higher, we need to take this liquidity out here.
right.
And we're hovering around the 4 hour low, and inevitably after the 4 hour close, which is at 3 a.m. UTC,
Mhm,
we go lower, we take out the 4 hour low, so we pick up fuel. It's like going to the garage and fueling your car,
mhm,
picking up the liquidity to then go higher. So I'm thinking about liquidity, it's helping me build context. Then we've got this nice bullish move.
mhm.
Jump in, go
No,
for it.
go. No, go ahead. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so we've got this nice bullish move, and then I'm looking to the left of the chart and I'm saying, okay, so we need to hold VWAP. We've reclaimed. But what happens is we get a slight pullback and then we take out the new 4 hour candle high. And 4 hour candles are really good to have on your chart, not only for context, but they kind of act like liquidity grabs. We grab the 4 hour high or low and then we move.
Mhm,
So I see that often, and that's become a bit of an edge that I like to look at on the chart. So we did exactly that. We grabbed the 4 hour high and we grabbed
mhm,
this liquidity here. So then what I'm looking at is we've finished the business down here. We've taken out those lows. We've got the fuel to go higher. So now I've got a bullish tendency. But now we've taken out this higher too.
mhm.
Then we pull back at VWAP, which we have to hold, but we don't. We lose it. Right.
Okay.
So that's the context I'm building. So now, given that we've already taken out these lows, I'm pretty certain that this low is not going to hold here.
Right.
So I'm looking for lower. That's the picture I've built. That's the context I've given. So when we lose the VWAP, I will draw a very, and simplicity is the key again, right?
Mhm,
Support resistance zone. We tap this area, we tap this area, we build some support and we flip it into resistance. And then we are below the 5 minute 21 EMA. It's an EMA like to look at to
mhm,
help me be guided whether we're looking bullish or bearish locally. So then we flip it and the trend begins lower.
mhm,
And then what do? We again, wick, flip it, 5 minute 21 EMA pointing
mhm.
lower, the trend begins lower. So I was trading this down.
Sure.
And this is a perfect example of momentum trend trading, which I think is just the easiest way to trade, to be honest. If you have a trend and if you can recognize a trend, building the context around liquidity.
For sure. Now, let me ask you a question because
Mhm.
at what point do we determine that? Because it's one thing to look at a completed chart. We see where it's ultimately gone. But
Of
at what
course.
point are you determining that we have not held VWAP? Obviously, it's not a wick down below it. Is it simply a candle closure? Is it displacement through it? Some sort of fair value gap or some sort of signal that we're moving with? You mentioned momentum, obviously. What ultimately triggers you to say, I'm in this?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken this trade here.
Okay.
This one would have been more my trade. So we've basically flipped. We've done an SR flip here. We've
Mhm,
closed multiple candles below,
mhm,
and then we've got this large candles. I'm looking at the candle sizes, large candles, engulfing candles.
mhm.
It's telling me we are going lower and the bears are in control essentially. And then we do exactly the same thing again. So you got one trade, two trade, and three trades. And that's why, Friday was just beautiful for me. Like I love this stuff. I get really passionate about it. I know
Right.
you do as well. because this is to me like easy trading. Sorry, I don't want to say that because I'll end up screwing up the next trade that I do, but
We've all been
I
there
know
for
how it
sure.
works.
Mhm.
But it's nice trading.